Hi everyone, Kim here, Sunshine Creations and Crafts, and I am doing a daily motivational project for Tag Your It Tuesday. Now, I've got a lot of things I'm doing here, so I'm just going to jump right in and get started. This is a Craft Tags Ink Essentials, and what I did here was I embossed it with my Doris, I guess that's how you say it, embossing folder, but this folder actually had a cut right here to slide things through, but I made it bigger because I wanted the whole entire tag to go through, and so that the whole tag was covered. Let me try to, I didn't have that much difficulty before, silly. Okay, so that's what I did. I brought it down so that the top part was sticking out a little bit so that this entire tag would get embossed. Alright, so set that down here. Now, one thing I did do was I sprayed my doily, which I got at Walmart, and I put them in here because the original packaging fell apart on me. And I used my Red-Nosed Reindeer Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. So I sprayed that ahead of time. And I don't know if any of you recognize this. This is the heart I made from my How to Make Your Own Embellishments video. And all right, so let's start with this stuff that's going to take a while to dry. I will go ahead and use my heat gun as well. This is acrylic paint dauber, shell pink. And I changed my mind. I'm going to emboss it first. Now that I'm thinking about it, just put a really light coat of some sugar. What is this called? Spun sugar. I'm going to start out with some spun sugar. Now, last time I used this, it was drying. Oh, I just thought of something. One that I wanted to do before I did this video was, if you don't want the back of your tag to get stuff on it as you're inking it, put a piece of masking sheet behind it, or strips of masking tape, whatever you want to do, and then you can just peel it off when you're done, and then you won't have that leftover distress ink on it. Okay, I'm going to put a little topper on this so I don't need to be concerned about covering that top part, if you're wondering why I'm not covering it. Okay, now another thing I want to do is go in with a little bit of my black soot, which I think I have right here handy, and do the edges. I'm going to use my finger dauber for that. Now the blending tool is a bit softer if you're going to use a blend, if you want it a softer edging versus the finger dauber, which I'm going to go ahead and real quick here we go, use my blending tool to kind of soften that up a little bit. So you see the difference between the technique and what it does. Okay, very nice. So then back to the dauber. And I haven't used this yet, so let's get it started. I'm going to go ahead and put just a light coat of this on, because I'm going to be using some crackle paint, and having a underlayer of some acrylic paint helps the crackle paint set better. Okay, so we may go back in and do a little bit more distressing after it dries. And this is Fired Brick. It might be a little bit darker than what I want it to be, but we'll play with a little bit. I'm just going to do a light coat right here in the corner. And sort of willy-nilly. It does need to be a bit thicker though. This could almost pass for a mixed media project. Okay, I think that'll work. Now the crackle paint will dry on its own. You don't need to worry about that, but I'm going to go ahead and add some heat to it, get it going a little faster. Alright, and let's go back in again. I don't make it too black. I want it to be pretty as well. There we go. Okay, and with that, alright, what's next? We're going to add a little bit of this embellishment. Now, I don't want this whole entire doily on here. I'm going to only do half, but I'm going to bring it up right in the middle there. So let's use some glue. And I don't want the glue to be going through those little holes there, so I have to be super careful to not put too much. And plus, this doily paper is very, very thin, so if you do use too much glue, it's going to seep through and get all bubbly and gross. You know what, spray adhesive would have worked, but I didn't have that out, so there. Alright, so we're going to put that about right there and trim it off. Gosh, I'm not going to know what to do with myself after Valentine's Day is over. Alright, I'm going to pop up the heart a little bit later, but we're going to want to put some more color in that. Let's get out our Fabric Distress ink. Da-da-da-da. Fabric, where are you? There it is. Switch pads here. And we'll put some down here. And bring it in about right there. Get it on my doily. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and spray the tag with just a little bit of this. Ooh, here we go, people. Yeah. Okay. Blot that up. Okay, so now we're going to put our heart on, and we're going to go ahead and measure for the topper. Got my little pop dots, and these are big pop dots, or thick ones, so I like that. This chipboard is Tim Holtz chipboard. It's real nice and thick and sturdy. Okay, so let's pop that about right there. And I'm thinking we need some bling, 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 bling. Here's some green. Oh, here we go. No, not pink. Red. We need red. I'm digging through my bling here, people. Oh, there's something. Let's see if this is going to work. Oh, very nice. Okay, let's do that. Crunching noises. I don't want to cover up my crackle paint. Maybe well, you could even put it down here. Okay. This is a real bright red. I'm not too sure about that. I'm looking again for the bling. Oh. Okay. Changed my mind again. I'm gonna run out of time here. I don't want to break this. I have to go very slowly. There. This is Recollections, by the way. Okay. Now that I have it off my finger, I can manipulate it on the tag, right? And, okay. I'm not going to play with that right now because I'm just going to get frustrated, but I will do this off camera. Gosh, you know, it seems like every time I do a video, something like this happens. Where it gets stuck or breaks or spills out or something, right? Okay, I'm really not going to mess with that right now. Okay, so I'm going to use this stamp, and if you can see it right there, it says Christmas Wish List. So I went ahead and I covered that up with some masking strip. And I actually should have stamped this before I put my heart down. It might work. Right over the crackle paint. Give it a little bit of dimension to it. Okay, we're almost done. So the paper that I used to cover up the heart was called Lifestyles. This is it right here. It's called Shape and Tape. And I want to put a topper on this. So I'm going to use a scrap piece, and look, it got some glimmer mist on it. And I'm just going to put it right like this on the very edge. And line it up. And again, I should have done this before I put the embellishments on. Like so. Cut that edge off. Cut that edge off. And cross my fingers that I get this straight. If I didn't have so much stuff on my crafting table right now, I'd pull out my paper cutter, but okay, and then I'm going to tear this off the back. And I'm going to put this right on the top here. It's just so it kind of coordinates with the heart. And grab my hole punch. Great. Alright, so now I have all this really pretty ribbon. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this technique, but if you have this kind of ribbon that frays, if you light the end of it just real quick like that, it doesn't fray anymore. So make that long, and then I'm going to light the other end. There we go. And I'm going to use this. I don't need to use my lighter for that. And I'm going to put this in it. Lots and lots of bling bling and ribbon, huh? And some seam binding. Oops. Hey, what's going on there? Oh. Now the challenge is to get all this through that little hole. And to be able to tie it too, right? My little black sequency thing isn't going through. I see it. I see it. Okay, very good. Come on, everybody come through there. Oh my gosh, I've lost it. I'm talking to the ribbon. All right. Now try to squeeze it through that little loop there. It's going to be worth it because look at how pretty that is. Ugh. Nice combination of ribbon. Got some bling in there. And I got to do a little bit of gluing right there, but all in all, and fix this guy. I'll go ahead and take a picture of this and put it on my blog once I figure out what the heck is going on with that little piece down there. So, all right, so Tag Your It Tuesday. Here it is. I think that's it for now, and have a great day.